Here I am in Shinjuku, Tokyo, Japan. I'm really tired. It's what, 11:15, and there's a good reason for that. Usually I do these drawing to album things on my bench at home sometime in the afternoon, but this is a special video. It's a special drawing to album video because Titanic Sinclair and Poppy just put out a new album, 336, Music to Sleep To. I don't think I need to tell you guys what Poppy is. A bunch of you guys probably know who she is, and you probably know Titanic Sinclair as well. I'm a big fan of both of them. If you happen to have no idea who these people are, everything you need to know is in the description below. Go look through their shit before you watch the rest of this video. These two are incredible artists. What Titanic Sinclair and Poppy are doing, I think, is it's like David Lynch type stuff for the internet era. I don't know how else to describe it. It's more than that. I'll talk about it in another video. I actually did interview Titanic Sinclair. When that does come out, I'll link to that in the description below as well. Anyway, 336 Music to Sleep To is an ambient album that was composed by Titanic Sinclair and Poppy. I tried earlier to listen to this album and actually go to sleep to it so that I could attempt to draw whatever it was that came up in my dream, but it didn't really work. I don't remember what I dreamt about. I had a few ideas right before I went to sleep while I was listening to this album, but I couldn't pull anything from it. My goal for this shit is to do something beyond what I usually do. What I really want to do here is listen to this album as I'm falling asleep and somehow induce lucid dreaming and wake up and draw whatever it was that I was listening to, and then I'll tell you guys about the album. So we're gonna try this right now. The reason I'm doing this right now is because I had a conversation with Titanic Sinclair about Japan, and he was recently over there for a while, and he loves Japan. I love Japan. I think this is the right place to do it. I'm gonna go to the Lawson, buy a bunch of orange juice and a snack, and ingest all of them before I go to sleep, and hopefully that will induce some lucid dreams. And I'm gonna try really hard. I'm gonna try hard to think about Poppy and the music, and I'll hopefully get some imagery that I can draw afterwards in the morning. Okay, before we go into the Lawson, what I want to do is just walk around a little bit in the city. I'm tired as shit, but I'll walk around, listen to this album some, and tell you guys what I think about the sounds. I remember, well, the first time I listened to this as I was falling asleep, again, like beautiful, kind of haunting David Lynchian type music here. I remember one of the tracks was really scary to me as I was falling asleep. I think track 3, creepy as fuck.
Big 36.
I'm so tired right now that I'm in that headspace where I'm kind of it's a little surreal. I'm like 1 or 2 hours away from all these lights swimming around me.
Big 36.
So I don't think there's much to be said about these tracks in terms of content, like what's going on, and that's probably because I don't really understand octaves and time signatures and all that stuff. But what I can say is the mood that it evokes is this idea of dreaminess, dreamfulness. Yeah, I totally recommend walking around Japan if you're listening to this album at 1 a.m.
Big 36.
This one is definitely where I think it gets a little strange. I know the whole project is strange, but this one in particular felt, I don't know, a little ominous. A little bit ominous. Ominous, I can't talk. I wonder what time most people fall asleep when they're listening to stuff like this. Alright, soon I'm gonna double back and go to the Family Mart so I can go to sleep and try and make something out of this.
Big 36.
Now, I thought the last track was ominous, but this is really dark shit right here. Like, I can imagine this music playing while something's getting eaten in the background. someone's getting like their innards torn apart or something by a creature, by a sinister being. I can imagine this being the soundtrack to some evil stuff happening. But by this point, if I was listening to this album in bed, I'd probably be asleep already. So it would just be in my ear hole, telling me weird things.
Big 36.
This is, I think, my favorite composition so far. Like the build-up, it's beautiful. If you guys are remotely interested in ambient music, soundtracks and mood sounds, you gotta check this out. I found the orange juice. When I wake up, I'll give you a full report of what happened in the dream realm. If there was some way for me to take you guys into my dreams and have me draw for you, I would. This is about as close as I'm gonna get. This song is fucking beautiful.
Big 36.
Alright, so last night I had my lucid dream. I think the album had stopped playing by the time this portion of my dreams had kicked off, but I think I can use it anyway. I had a dream that I was supposed to give some kind of political speech about physical abuse or something like that. And it was gonna be a crowd of maybe like 100 people. And for some reason, I wanted to go on Napster to download previous speeches that had been done on the subject, or music that was gonna go with the speech. This was not the explosive type of an adventure that I expected to have in my dream, but I can use it for a drawing. So what I'm gonna do is, let's say pink background or salmon color background, whatever the color this is. I'm gonna do that for the background. Maybe even keep the same texture. Floating computer terminal. I'm gonna shape it like the first computer I ever got. Shout out to Titanic Sinclair. You'll understand that when the interview comes out. But me at the terminal and me and the computer kind of floating around with a little blobby amorphous face. Because you can't, even though you know that it's you in a dream, like you can never really focus on your face or any real details of whatever's happening. I'll also make the computer rotate a little bit. All right, we'll throw that on there. Whew. But this album was excellent. You should definitely give it a listen. I love that this album, in concept, basically challenged me to do a different kind of drawing and to really push myself to do something I haven't done before. I've never actively tried to pull something from my dreams. By the way, the orange juice and the rice ball, this shit didn't work. Definitely check out this album. Go support Titanic Sinclair and Poppy. Just as artists, they're doing great shit. The album is very cheap, it's just 10 bucks. And it is really nice to fall asleep to. And you'll probably get some weird imagery in your mind while you go to sleep to it. Thank you for watching.
What I look like, a valet?
Keep it, it's yours.
Hmm?